Hello and welcome along to the final episode of our first Premier League season with Dorking Wanderers. It's season 12, episode 7, and today we finish with no drama at all, and that is exactly what we wanted. We have secured mid-table mediocrity, and with a point or better in Wolves' results today, we will actually be a top half side, which is a remarkable achievement in our first year. We're playing fellow mid-table side Newcastle away from home. Obviously a star team on this channel in years gone by. FM20, the head coach, they were our main club, but they can ruin our party a bit today. If we can finish top half, it'll be brilliant, but we've got a few problems too. Martin Prescott called away for the Under-20 World Cup and leaving before the Premier League season finishes. I guess most clubs aren't relying on their under-20s, but Prescott for us, 8 goals in 37 games, 1 in 4, not bad for his first season. Couple of assists as well, but he's off to playing the Under-20 World Cup now, which should be a great experience for him. We've got Gilroy out with a pulled groin. A couple of others will try and get first teamers in, but we should have a lot of money next season. 84 million in the bank for the club. Annoyingly, we still can't improve those training facilities. It's really frustrating me. They're below average, they're holding us back, but for some reason there's a little glitch there. We can't do anything. I'm not quite sure why. Once we do get our transfer budget, I'm hoping it will be bigger than this 42 million. We'd really like to invest and move up the league, secure any threat of that second season syndrome being away, and making sure we can try and build on this brilliant first season. Some of these lads have been wonderful, but some of them aren't going to be good enough. Heroes in years gone by, the likes of Tordoff being a prime example, Grant Parsons just not getting a chance at this level, and we're going to have to make some upgrades in that sense. But there are new contracts going out, there are bits of good news, and we'll reflect on all of those in the end of season review next time out, before a big transfer special ahead of our second Premier League season. So if you're looking forward to today and all of that this week, please do put a thumbs up on the video. It does make such a difference. Please subscribe down below and turn those notifications on. You'll get alerts as daily content releases on the channel. And as you've seen over the last few days, there's a lot going on at the moment. We're trying to improve. We're trying to get into the festival of sport for the summer. So Snooker 19 made its return for one day only on Monday. Go and check that out. Let me know what you think of it. Because obviously it was in the infancy of our channel we started that career last year. And my level of support has been fantastic since then. So if you are new and you haven't seen my snooker content before, it's well worth going and checking out. Cricket 19, a few of you have asked for, will probably make its return next week, if not certainly the week after. I've got a little idea for that one as well. My FM20 network career finished on Sunday. It was a very dramatic last episode, so please do check that one out if you haven't. And the Stadium Review series continues every week. This Sunday we focused on Cardiff City, and the next one I think is Charlton if I've got my alphabet right. So thank you for all of your fantastic support. I hope you're looking forward to all that. If you missed any of this season or want to check out any of the other recent content, you can click back in the eye above to find the playlist. And there's odd little video links in there as well. So I hope you continue to enjoy the content. Finally, over on my community page, please do go and vote on what you'd like to see in live stream. As I mentioned in early to mid-June, I'll be starting a regular Tuesday morning live stream series. And I want you guys to have your say on what you'd like to see. It's got to be a fairly hands-off series because I want to be involved in the chat, have interaction with you guys. That's the main benefit to streaming. But let me know, go and have your say, what would you like to see? And hopefully that'll be on the channel over the next couple of weeks. So a big summer coming. I'm a big cricket, snooker, sport and football fan. So filling all those voids on the channel is going to be hard for me. But I'm really looking forward to doing it. So please do check it all out. And thank you again for your fantastic support. But let's go and get into this final game of the season with Dorking. Good news is everything's looking rosy. The results have been okay. A little bit of a mixed bag. We sort of switched off when we got to that 40-point mark initially. You were with me for the defeat against Watford. We came back against Bournemouth after an awful 75 minutes. David Brooks not quite having the same career in this series, but he's still doing a good job. Martin Prescott and Cole Boyce thought he'd won it in the 92nd before Brahim Diaz, the former City youngster, back to nick it in the 94th. 3-3 draw, a disappointing result, and of course against a side who have now been relegated already. Following that, we lost 2-1 at Chelsea. Sancho and Mbappe with the goals showing the difference. Peter McLaughlin scored a cracker in that one. And then a disappointing 1-0 defeat against Norwich, which led to us actually going having to talk to the lads. We warned them their form wasn't good, they'd switched off a bit, and they responded with aplomb. A 4-0 win against Wolves, Núñez with a screamer, McLaughlin with a good finish, and White and Lima with a goal apiece too. A 2-1 win at Southampton, Lima and Jack Walker with the goals there, has almost relegated Southampton bar a miracle today. They obviously came up via the playoffs last year. And then a 1-0 defeat at home to Reading. Disappointment last time out, back to one of those poor performances, and I wonder as we head in today if the lads are already on holiday. So that's where we stand at the moment, but who's going to complain about us being 10th? What a fantastic season, what a fantastic ride. We've got new contracts, we'll talk about them in detail next time, but just to give you a heads up as to some of the names. Petrucci on a 4-year deal, Jack Walker on a 4-year deal, there was one other as well, and I can't remember who it was for the life of me. We signed up to 2034. Any ideas? Kyle Brown, that was the other one. So all three of them, relatively modest wages, 22, 15 grand a week and 5 for Petrucci. And that leaves us in pretty good shape today. So let's go and get into this Newcastle one. Brilliant to not have to worry last day of the season. I thought we'd either be down pre-season or fighting for our lives on this final day. But as it is, we get to relax and we just get to enjoy a big game at St James's Park. To be honest, in real life, St James's, probably with the Stadium of Light, its fellow rival Sunderland, and probably Carlisle as well, Brunton Park, 3 of my favourite grounds I've visited in the country. And the occasion for Luton in the FA Cup, it was a brilliant day out. Nearly 7,000 fans, I think it was. The city's brilliant. Newcastle and Sunderland, I know they've got a big rivalry, but both brilliant places, friendly people, and wonderful days out for us as football fans. So they'll feature in the Stadium Review series later on this year. But for now, we've got to go to St James's, almost sold out, to try and get a result against Newcastle. A former hero side on the channel, of course. We were linked with them in the head coach with Burnley earlier this week. But let's not worry about that for now. It is all about the final day of the season. So we've tried to stick with our strongest possible 11. The only change, of course, O'Neill in up front. Yet to score a league goal for the club. Hopefully in his first Premier League start, that will change. Prescott away on international duty. Diallo on the bench because of Gilroy. But aside from that, we're full strength. It's Stropper in goal. James and Allen, the fullbacks, back in. Walker and Baker at centre-half. Possibly his last game for the club, Baker. We've been trying desperately to keep him, but it still says he's going to get a chance in the first team. So maybe that'll be the case. But he said that last year, and then of course they put him on the loan list again. Boyce and Núñez in central midfield. Lima, McLaughlin and White the attacking 3. And Jamie O'Neill up front on his own. His first league start for the club. The likes of Petrucci and youngsters Porteous still on the bench so we can bring them on if need be. And Daniel Allison could make his first Premier League appearance today. But into the game we go. It's Newcastle v Dorking. And let's see if we can finish our first Premier League season in style. Oh, this is a way to end it, isn't it? A diamond. We don't often play against that. A few recognisable names. Alphonso Davies at left back, the young Bayern Munich player in real life. On the bench, Dean Garner still there. Jayden Bogle. Few good players, and up front Fedorov. Don't know if you remember him. We were interested in getting him on loan from Liverpool one winter a few years ago. Might have been our first championship season. He's a brilliant young striker. But unfortunately, he then went for 13.5 million elsewhere and rejected our loan bid. But as it is, a lot of young players in this Newcastle side. 12 years in, you'd expect a lot of regens, but the Newcastle ones are fairly young as it happens. We've got the lads motivated. We're just going to tweak the tactic to get them focusing play out wide, distributing to the flanks, and hopefully we can take advantage. Let's get these wingers into the game, and fingers crossed we'll be able to get on the front foot as a result. We're going to side with the manager. We'll go through the tunnel interview. You know, the second option is always my favourite. But into it we go. It's 12th v 10th, and bettering Wolves' result guarantees us a top half finish. Lima heads away as Newcastle on the front foot early. Oh, I didn't like that challenge. Who was 19? Carl Boyce should know better than that. Van der Berg, back to Dixon. All the way back to O'Neill at centre-half. O'Neill v O'Neill, that's going to be tough later on. Hopefully we'll get chances so we'll be able to worry about that problem. Allen heads away as far as Aaron White. Taking men on the left. Had a decent season and of course extended his loan for this year. What a solo run that was. Good save. It's gone... Oh, not saved. Must have hit the post or the side netting then. It looked like it had been tipped wide, but as it is, wide of the post. And the first chance goes begging for Dorking, and with 15 gone, there's yet to be a shot on target. But here we are on the right with Lewis James. Finds Boyce in midfield. Really improved this year, but has lost possession on this occasion. Outnumbered in centre mid, and Newcastle flying through. Unopposed, Baker doesn't get there, but Stropper makes a brilliant save. Tips over the bar, and it's a corner kick Newcastle. In a review on Wednesday, we will have a look at a few of the profiles, see how much people have been improving as Newcastle head that one over via Carter. But so far, I'm fairly content with the start. It's not been a great performance, but we're hanging on in there. And it's still 0-0, and as it stands, Wolves behind, so we'll finish top half anyway. Here's Martin, into Dixon. Finds Van den Berg. He's got 2 over on the left, but finds his attacking midfielder. Now it's left to Davis. Into the box. Shoots just over the bar. Stropper had it covered, I think. But it's 25 gone and Newcastle on top. So we're going to demand a bit more from the lads. Here's Allen with a throw on the left to Nunes. Beats his man, delivers in. Martin heads away. Falls for Boyce. Here's Nunes. Back to Boyce again, to White. 2 over on the left. One of them's Allen, the fullback. Chance to cross. Great ball in. Lima's there. Heads in for 1-0. Ryan Lima reaches double figures. 10th for the season. All in the league. And to be fair, we've got to focus on him. 2 games in, we thought we had a dud. Missed 2 penalties and was having a disastrous spell. Now has a rating above a 7. His 10th goal. 9 assists to go with it. And he's starting to look like the wonder kid we paid 30 million for. What a fantastic player, and with our first shot on target, we score via the Wonder Kid. 10 minutes to the break, it's Newcastle 0, Dorking Wanderers 1. Mazzino with a free kick for Newcastle. We were hoping he'd misjudge his kick, and he has. Falls for White, now O'Neill. One running off him, it's Nunes in 1-on-1, has to score and does. Jamie O'Neill with an assist in his first start. And Nunes puts it in, really composed finish. Not the best finisher in the world, I don't think. His rating's 6, but his composure's high, and that's all that matters in those situations. Now we've got our tails up. We've got a free kick on the right. Aaron White to swing it in with his left foot. In swinger, Walker loses out. And what on earth has happened? We've got no defence. Newcastle are through. Fedorov 1-on-1. Good block. Second time's in though. Oh, got excited too early. Lewis James with a brilliant first block. No idea what Stropper was doing. He was basically standing on his far post. And it's 2-1 at half-time. Newcastle got a lifeline. Newcastle United 1, Dorking Wanderers 2. But overall, a really good performance so far. Let's get into the second half, see if we can do the same again. And try and get 2 or 3 of these youngsters on as well. 5 minutes in, it's a Ramirez free kick. Corner, for Newcastle. Headed away by Aaron White. Here's O'Neill. Back to Dixon. Out to Ramirez. Chance to deliver, but they're just keeping possession. Oh, it's a great ball in. Again, Lewis James defends really well. Baker gets out wide, but can't close the cross. Into Martin, now Fedorov. Causing problems, tail up from that goal. Back to Dixon in the middle. Ramirez switched over to the right. Edson Jose. Back inside to Dixon again, and it looks like we're just forcing them backwards. But again, switched over, brilliant through ball. Edson Jose, good challenge by Allen, doesn't come out with a ball though. Carter picks it up, Fedorov shot, great last-ditch block, and Walker finally hacks away. And it remains 2-1, but Newcastle on top. And to be fair, it's a crime that they're not level here. But they've got another chance with a free kick. Who's going to take it? Fedorov's the man. Brilliant effort. Oh, it's a great free kick. Stropper had absolutely no chance. Fedorov over the wall. The Robbie Keane celebration comes out. And with an hour gone, it's 2-2 here. And Newcastle thoroughly deserve to be level. Let's go and make some changes. McLaughlin's had a poor game. Who can we bring on for him? I think it's going to be Porteous. We're going to push Carl Boyce further forward. Struggled a little bit defensively today. Porteous will be a centre midfielder. And then Ibai Nunes will become the deep line playmaker. Lewis James' rating just creeping down, so Petrucci on for him. And we'll leave the final change 5 or 10 more minutes. An hour gone, it's 2-2 at St James's. But Wolves still behind, so as it stands, we will finish in the top half of the Premier League. It's 2-0 for them against Birmingham 2. And it's looking very good for us at the moment. Here's Allen on the left to Boyce. Throw into the now advanced number 10. Boyce beats 2. It's a brilliant run. Into the back post. Lima gets there from the defensive header. Back to Petrucci, the sub right back. Into the box. Great header. O'Neill scored. His first goal for the club in his first Premier League start. A poacher's header from O'Neill. And it was set up by Petrucci. What a brilliant game. What a brilliant occasion. We couldn't have asked for much more there. The left winger Aaron White's going to come off. I'm going to give Alisson his Premier League debut, just so it's an occasion he can't forget. Inside forward on support, 15 minutes to go. And it remains 3-2 here to Dorking Wanderers. Free kick for Newcastle, 8 to go. Into Edson Jose. That is appalling defending. Oh, have we got a VAR review? Maybe offside? It is offside. Get out of jail free card for Dorking Wanderers. And with 5 to go, we're going to start the time-wasting tactics. Drop the tempo, be more disciplined. In transition, we'll slow it down. We can do all of those bits. And we'll drop the defensive line of engagement as well. We're not going to press the keeper. We're going to get 2 banks of 4 there. And hopefully that'll be enough to see it out. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Newcastle trail. And they deserve to be winning if we're being honest. But what a day for the youngsters. As Carl Boyce has a free kick into the box. O'Neill just wide of the post. He's got a debut goal already. A first start, a first goal. And his final action is to head one wide. But it is a Dorking win. Newcastle 2, Dorking 3. Fedorov tried his very best to prevent it. But Lima, Nunes and O'Neill with the goals. And it's a Dorking Wanderers win to see us into the summer. A fantastic result. It takes us past 50 points. And we almost level out the goal difference as well. 20 points clear of relegation. 14 points clear of our desired position, 17th. I am really pleased with that season. What a performance as well. O'Neill's first goal will be crucial for next season. And we hold firm to pick up £25 million. The bank balance goes past 100 million. We still can't do anything about the blooming training facilities. It's frustrating me no end. And the board status down to happy to remain at the club. That's something we've got to keep an eye on. Is there going to be a sale soon? Building a new stadium is still occurring. Don't forget, our first game next season will be a home game at our new stadium. A moment that surely we've all got to look forward to. More youth facility improvements agreed. That will allow us in turn to improve the recruitment and the junior coaching yet again. They're all going up very quickly. They're improving and I'm very pleased with that. But what is a problem is that we can't improve those training facilities. That's something we desperately need to happen next year. So fingers crossed the finances of the stadium isn't going to be too great. It's only a 15,000 capacity, just under in fact. And of course we've got big money in the bank now, having kept the wage bill down in the Premier League. But what a first season. We'll review this brilliant squad and their achievements in the next episode. And we'll start to plan for our summer ahead and what we expect to do in a transfer window. So if you're looking forward to that one, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel down below for daily FM20 content. We'll have our end of season review from this series in 2 days' time. And in our next episode after that, a transfer special for season 13 before our first game at our brand new stadium. What a week it's going to be in this series and I'm very much looking forward to it. Of course, there's also content from my head coach series. It's our first season at Premier League level in that one too. And there's lots of job interest, so there could be plenty of movement in that one. We've got transfer action from our director of football, big games with Burnley Football Club, and lots of potential interviews too. Of course, the Stadium Review series continues every Sunday as well. A real football world chat. Cardiff was last weekend, Charlton this weekend. So come and let us know what you think if you've visited either of those 2 grounds. And don't forget, Snooker 19 was back on Monday. The FM20 network career finished in dramatic style on Sunday. And next week we'll be starting Cricket 19 again. I'm really excited to get that one going too. Make sure you head over to the community page, have your say on what you'd like to see in our live stream series. Every Tuesday morning we'll be cracking on with that, so let me know what type of save you'd like to see. Let me know in the comments what you think of this season, the brilliant achievements from some of these lads, and whether we're going to be able to hold on to the likes of Stropper, Boyce and Nunes, who are already wanted by much bigger and wealthier clubs. But thank you so much for your support with the first Premier League season. I really have appreciated it. And I really have needed it at times. But overall, a fantastic season. We finish in 10th place. And we are an established Premier League side. But we've got to look to avoid second season syndrome. So join me over the next week as we head through the summer with our end of year review, our transfer special and our welcome to our new stadium. And see if we can survive in season 13 and start to progress up towards European places. Thank you for your support as always. And hopefully I'll see you next time.